I'm Susie Hanley, and today I'm here with Lauren Khalil, who is a sports media host along with a content creator among the fitness community, and I am so excited to get to know her today. I'm going to ask you first, what got you into the media and fitness realm?
Oh, that's a great question. It was maybe not what I thought I was getting into when I did get into it. So I went to Sacred Heart. I majored in media studies and I really wanted to get into sports. But upon graduation, when I started applying for jobs, there just was no openings in sports. Like, of the 200 jobs I applied for, maybe 3 of them were in a sports department. It just was way more rare. So my advisor at the time, Andrew Miller, is he still at Sacred Heart?
I don't know. He definitely might be, but I only have like a select few. He definitely could.
Okay.
Be. Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, some advisors at SHU said, what you need to do if you want to make it in this industry, you have to be willing to move wherever and maybe take a job that just gets a foot in the door instead of getting the dream job. So I just applied for local news reporter jobs. I did that for almost 10 years. I got a lot of really great experience, but it was never the stories that I really wanted to be telling. Yeah. So I got great experience, but the passion for what I was doing wasn't really there.
Okay.
Towards the end of my career in television, that's when I was really getting involved with CrossFit. And in my head one day at the gym, I thought, man, my dream job would be to work in media in the CrossFit space and be able to commentate at these events and call play-by-play. But in media, a lot of the times there's no real way to apply. You kind of just have to be at the right place at the right time, network with people. And that's kind of how it happened. I left my TV job. I was unemployed for about a month. I just started DMing everybody and anybody that I thought could maybe get me some experience with interviewing. And I interviewed a couple of athletes over Zoom because it was shortly after COVID time. So that was still a very common way to interview people. And from there, it kind of just gave me the foot in the door to the ecosystem that I needed. Yeah. And the rest is history. Now I do CrossFit. I do the tactical games, which is shooting and fitness. I do women's rugby. I've done a little bit of golf. So there's really no sports that I would say no to at this point because I love how different they all are.
That's so awesome. That's so cool that you have like such a broad variety of things that you're interested in, especially in the like fitness community. Was there a particular moment when you realized, oh, I want to do like sports media specifically, or was it just like a passion that you've always had?
I think no, I can't really say that it's a passion I've always had. I've always had a passion for sports, but in my mind, I thought in order to be a sports commentator or a sideline reporter or even a host, you need to know so much about the history of the sport that you're talking about. And I felt that I was never that much of a diehard sports fan to have the knowledge that I needed to be successful in the ecosystem. But then as my local news reporter dreams were like, okay, this is not for me. I want to maybe do entertainment, maybe sports. I just want to do something that is more fun and I can let my personality vibe with it. Yeah. That I realized, oh wait, CrossFit's a really young sport. I do know the history of this. I do know the athletes. Oh my goodness, maybe this is what I needed to make the transition to sports. So that's really how I kind of got involved, I guess.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Would you say that was like your biggest challenge was like getting your foot in the door for like that kind of like exploring a new territory? Or was it more just like getting your foot in the door in general, just like applying for jobs and like you ended up in like something that you love?
Yeah, for me, it definitely is having my foot in the door, but even before that, networking with the right people. Okay. I always felt like I was the type of person that if I can get the interview, I know that I can get the job because I'm really good at advocating for myself because I've learned that is a real big correlation to the success that I've had thus far is, okay, if I can get in front of a person, if they can get to know me, if I can talk to them about what they're passionate about, what I'm passionate about, we can be in alignment and realize that maybe we both need each other. But it was always, if I just had to fill out an application online, I felt like it was just going to get buried in the masses of people that were applying.
Yeah, for sure. And then if you could go back into college, would you do anything differently, like while you were at Sacred Heart?
You know, I honestly don't think so, because I could say maybe I wish I didn't take dance team as seriously and maybe took my career or future career a little more seriously. Yeah. But I would say that even when I think about that, those are still my best friends. Like, I've been in all of my best friends' weddings. Like, we see each other. We try to see each other at least once a year. We all live in different areas. And it really was by the time I got to my senior year, that's when I buckled down, got some really great internships, started making highlight reels. There was a TA in one of my classes that him and I became really good friends. And to help with my senior portfolio, we brought, 5 different outfits, and we had me do a whole variety of stand-ups in different places in Connecticut that aesthetically looked pretty. And he really helped me with that kind of stuff. And I feel like at that point, that's what I was leaning more into. Okay, now we got to make a career out of what we just did for 4 years in college. We can't just say, oh, we spent a lot of nights at the bars and at dance team practice having a good time with the girls, which are some of my best memories. So to say, like, would I do anything differently? I feel like the way that I structured party and fun Lauren versus serious buckle down Lauren was the perfect timing that I needed.
That's perfect. I'm happy that you had like the experience, like the fun part of like college, but you also got to like buckle down senior year and just really like get going on what you loved. If it makes you feel any better, our dance team is doing amazing. So
oh my God, wait, are you on the dance team?
I'm not on the dance team, but I have friends on the dance team. The legacy remains. Super
good.
Yes. Very sweet girls. But yeah, what's your favorite part of your job now? Like, what keeps you going? What motivates you, like, in your day-to-day life?
I would say I feel like a couple of different things. I love being able to be myself at work. Yeah. That I realized, especially working in local television for almost 10 years. And for some people, that is the right direction, is going into local TV. And I'll never totally harp on it because it gave me great experience to do what I'm doing now. Yeah. But the way that the industry and television is, it's very much cookie cutter, and they're looking for a very specific aesthetic, a very specific personality that they want to mold everybody into, where for me, it was really hard, especially as I got into fitness, and all of a sudden I have biceps, and all of a sudden I'm in my news director's office every other week telling me that I'm the only female reporter that has to cover her arms because we're getting too many calls that I look like a man. So it was really liberating to transition into this freelance lifestyle where I really could be exactly who I am. I can say no to gigs if they don't align with my values or my personality or what my goals are. And I love the flexibility of being able to cover multiple sports because no day for me is the same. It never gets stale. As much as I love CrossFit, and that will always be kind of my baby and what allowed me to go out on my own. Yeah. It's so much fun covering some of these other sports too, because it has just opened my mind to this whole other universe of types of people and different backgrounds. And I just feel like I'm always learning about other people and lifestyles and sports and having a healthy lifestyle, that it just, every day is different. And I really like that.
Oh, that's great. I was just about to ask you like what a day at work looks like, but I'm guessing it's just like all over the place.
Yeah, because it can go from, so I spend almost 50% of my time on the road traveling to events. Yeah, last year I had 87 flights, and I think this year I'll break 100. So I spend a lot of time not at my house. I joke and say that my house is just a storage unit for my things and my dogs, and my aunt will stay at my house and watch my dogs when I'm on the road. But when I'm on the road, it's total chaos, from basically 6 a.m. until 11 p.m. It's go, 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 go. So it's kind of crazy. But then when I'm home, I'm like, okay, how can I clock in 10 hours of sleep? And then I'll wake up and I'll start my day. I'll make my coffee. I might have some interviews lined up to do for my YouTube show. I'll shoot some content, because to say that I'm like an influencer, I think that's still strange. That more like content creator is what feels more aligned. But with that, you have your shot list of, okay, if I'm doing an ad for Fit Aid today, or if I'm doing an ad with, there's this gun company 6 Hour that I work with. Okay, what does that look like? How do I plan out the shoots? But they're always shoots for myself. Okay. So it gets like really creative and fun on, okay, how can I line up this camera to get this cool angle, but then also have this like self-tracking drone now that can get like a cool overhead shot. So when I'm home, my days, they're much more flexible than when I'm on the road, because I can do really whatever I want within these lines of content creation, I guess.
Yeah. Would you say on the road, you have to be like a lot more disciplined? Like when you're at home, are you like planning out for when you're on the road and then like you have to stay disciplined? Or is it just like you're on the road and it's really fun because it's what you love? Like, would you say that it's like, does it feel like discipline to you because like it's what you're used to and it's what you love?
Yeah, it's interesting because I almost think of my life as two separate lives that get along. Okay. In the sense that, because when I'm home, Lauren, I very much prioritize getting in bed early, tracking my macros, hitting the gym from this window to this window, having to-do lists and checking things off. Where when I'm on the road, it's, okay, am I going to have fast internet this weekend or slow internet this weekend? Because that's very much going to change on how, like, what my workday is going to look like, because a lot of my job relies on strong internet. Yeah. I wouldn't say, work is work to an extent, but if you were to ask me, even 5 years ago, if I thought this is what my job would be and what I would call work, I would say there's no way. There's no way that they pay somebody a livable wage to do what I'm doing. That just doesn't seem like it's out there. Yeah. But I guess if you talk to enough people and, have enough skills, really that's what it comes down to, is I can do the job of multiple people enough for companies and events to see my value, I guess, if that makes sense.
No, that's awesome. And then you mentioned CrossFit earlier. Do you still compete at all?
I do, not to a high level by any means, but there's like some online qualifiers that I'll do, and every year I'll compete in, between 2 and 3 competitions in person, locally, but I have a lot of fun with it.
That's so fun. I've always wondered, what's the difference between like CrossFit and like, there's like Hydrox, I think. Is it the same thing or is that like different?
So they're different, but you get a lot of crossover. I would say you get more people doing high rocks, you get more CrossFitters doing high rocks than high rocks people doing CrossFit. So CrossFit is going to be like higher skill. Yeah. There's also barbells involved, where high rocks, a lot of running, a lot of body weight movements. I would say the barrier to entry is a little bit easier. Okay. But you'll see a lot of CrossFitters go and compete. Like I did a high rocks this year and it was a fun, just different tests of fitness to do.
Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. I have to ask, like, what's next for you? Is there anything like exciting that you can share that you're working on, or is there anything that you just want to share?
Next down the pipeline. So not really anything in the immediate, but within the next few months or so, more information about the 2028 Olympics should be out, and I'm really hoping that I at the very least get a media pass so I can go and create content independently. One of my dream goals, like on my vision board and everything, is I want to be hired to commentate at the Olympics at some point. I don't care what sport it is. Yeah. I just want to have that experience. And I say I don't care what sport it is because it's almost more fun if you don't know as much about the sport and you get to learn and prep beforehand, that I think it could be a cool adventure. But at some point I want to commentate at the Olympics for a sport. But before we get there, I very much want to get a media pass for 2028 out in LA. So that's what I'm working on right now.
That would be so fun, especially if you get to do your own thing while still like at the Olympics. And I'm sure you're surrounded by a community that really like gets what you're doing, and just like a lot of connections there, I'm sure.
Yeah, at the very least, anybody and everybody that I would potentially want to talk to at some point is going to be there. So
that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for doing this with me today. I really appreciate it. And it was really nice to get to know about you and what you do and potential pathways for me in the future. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. And you have my email now. So anytime you need anything, even if you just want to like bounce ideas off about anything or have any follow-up questions or totally unrelated, just let me know.
For sure. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.